Hi. Welcome to the History House. I'm Arma Saeed and you are watching the History of October 27th on your favorite The History House YouTube channel. Please watch the video till the end so that you will know about the births and deaths on this day. Do not forget to subscribe the channel in order to get daily updates. October 27th is the 300th day of the year, 301st in leap years in the Gregorian calendar. 65 days remain until the end of the year. 312 Constantine is said to have received his famous vision of the cross. 939 Aethelstan, the first king of all England, dies and is succeeded by his half-brother, Edmund I. 1275 Traditional founding of the city of Amsterdam. 1524 French troops lay siege to Pavia. 1553 Condemned as a heretic, Michael Servetus is burned at the stake just outside Geneva. 1644 Second Battle of Newbury in the English Civil War. 1682 Philadelphia is founded in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. 1775 King George III expands on his proclamation of rebellion in the 13 colonies in his speech from the throne at the opening of Parliament. 1795 The United States and Spain sign the Treaty of Madrid, which establishes the boundaries between Spanish colonies and the U.S. 1806 The French army enters Berlin, following the Battle of Jena Auerstedt. 1810 United States annexes the former Spanish colony of West Florida. 1838 Missouri Governor Lilburn Boggs issues the Extermination Order, which orders all Mormons to leave the state or be killed. 1870 Franco-Prussian War, Marshal Bazaine surrenders to Prussian forces at the conclusion of the Siege of Metz along with 140,000 French soldiers. 1904 The first underground New York City subway line opens, later designated as the IRT Broadway 7th Avenue line. 1907 15 people are killed in Hungary when a gunman opens fire on a crowd gathered at a church consecration. 1914 First World War, the new British battleship HMS Audacious is sunk by a minefield laid by the armed German merchant cruiser Berlin. 1916 Negus Mikhail, marching on the Ethiopian capital in support of his son Emperor Iyasu V, is defeated by Fitorari Abte Georgis, securing the throne for Empress Zuditu I. 1922 A referendum in Rhodesia rejects the country's annexation to the South African Union. 1924 The Uzbek SSR is founded in the Soviet Union. 1930 Ratifications exchanged in London for the First London Naval Treaty go into effect immediately, further limiting the expensive naval arms race among its 5 signatories. 1936 Mrs. Wallis Simpson obtains her divorce, which would eventually allow her to marry King Edward VIII of the United Kingdom, thus forcing his abdication from the throne. 1944 World War II, German forces capture Banska Bystrica during Slovak national uprising, thus bringing it to an end. 1954 Benjamin O. Davis Jr. becomes the first African American general in the United States Air Force. 1958 Iskander Mirza, the first president of Pakistan, is deposed by General Ayub Khan, who had been appointed the enforcer of martial law by Mirza 20 days earlier. 1961 NASA tests the first Saturn I rocket in mission Saturn Apollo 1. 1962 Major Rudolph Anderson of the United States Air Force becomes the only direct human casualty of the Cuban Missile Crisis when his U-2 reconnaissance airplane is shot down over Cuba by a Soviet-supplied surface-to-air missile. 1962 By refusing to agree to the firing of a nuclear torpedo at a U.S. warship, Vasily Arkhipov averts nuclear war. 1962 An aircraft carrying Enrico Mattei, post-war Italian administrator, crashes in mysterious circumstances. 1964 Ronald Reagan delivers a speech on behalf of the Republican candidate for president, Barry Goldwater. The speech launches his political career and comes to be known as A Time for Choosing. 1967 Catholic priest Philip Berrigan and others of the Baltimore Four protest the Vietnam War by pouring blood on Selective Service records. 1971 The Democratic Republic of the Congo is renamed Zaire. 1979 St. Vincent and the Grenadines gains its independence from the United Kingdom. 1981 Cold War, the Soviet submarine S-363 runs aground on the east coast of Sweden. 1986 – The British government suddenly deregulates financial markets, leading to a total restructuring of the way in which they operate in the country, in an event now referred to as the Big Bang. 1988 Cold War – Ronald Reagan suspends construction of the new U.S. Embassy in Moscow due to Soviet listening devices in the building structure. 1991 Turkmenistan achieves independence from the Soviet Union. 1992 United States Navy radioman Alan R. Schindler Jr. is murdered by shipmate Terry M. Helvey for being gay, precipitating debate about gays in the military that results in the United States Don't Ask, Don't Tell military policy. 1994 Gliese 229b is the first substellar mass object to be unquestionably identified. 1995 Former Prime Minister of Italy Bettino Craxi is convicted in absentia of corruption. 1997 The 1997 Asian financial crisis causes a crash in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. 1999 Gunmen open fire in the Armenian parliament, killing the Prime Minister and 7 others. 2004 The Boston Red Sox defeat the St. Louis Cardinals to win their first World Series in 86 years. 2014 Britain withdraws from Afghanistan at the end of Operation Herrick, after 12 years 4 months and 7 days. 2017 Catalonia declares independence from Spain. 2018 A gunman opens fire on a Pittsburgh synagogue, killing 11 and injuring 6, including 4 police officers. 2019 Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant founder and leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi kills himself and 3 children by detonating a suicide vest during the U.S. military Barisha raid in northwestern Syria. Births on this day, the 27th of October. 1984 Irfan Pathan, Indian cricketer. 1952 Francis Fukuyama, American philosopher. 1920 K.R. Narayanan, Indian politician, 10th President of India. Deaths on this day, the 27th of October. 1975 Rex Stout, American author. 1605 Akbar, Mughal emperor. 1553 Michael Servetus, Spanish theologian, physician, cartographer. 939 Ethelstan, English king. Thanks a lot for watching the History House YouTube channel. Please like this video and subscribe the channel for latest stories on daily basis.